Hi everyone, welcome to the Munch Medicine channel. My name is Ada and I am a certified gluten-free girly by force and not by choice.
I say this with a smile on my face, but it actually is a pretty traumatic story. Maybe it'll be given as a story time in a future video. Comment down below if you want to hear about why I had to go gluten-free after being able to eat bread rolls my entire life.
And so I have spent the last 2 going on 3 years now exploring how to make gluten-free, friendly, fun, diverse recipes that are really nutritionally dense, really flavorful, but also really filling. And yeah, welcome. I hope that this video helps all of those who might have sensitivities to gluten, but who are truly missing the Thanksgiving foods and flavors. And if you know Thanksgiving foods, it's pretty much one big gluten bomb traditionally. I hope that you find this video helpful and that you find some of the items and swaps that I'm going to share in this Thanksgiving themed haul to be helpful for you to kind of recreate your own classic recipes. And if you don't have any classic recipes, I'll be sharing more Thanksgiving recipes on this channel in the upcoming days leading up to Thanksgiving. With that being said, thank you so much for checking me out on whatever platform you are listening or watching on. And I hope that you find this platform to be really informative. And I think I'm going to do a separate introduction video, and it's going to be crazy because it will be out of order from this video. I think this will probably go up before I actually do a formal introduction to who I am and what I'm about. But yeah, that being said, I think I'm going to just jump straight into the haul.
All right, so right here we have this gorgeous spread of different items that we're going to use to kind of create a Thanksgiving dinner. I will say with a caveat, this is going to be a smaller size Thanksgiving dinner because I am unfortunately cooking for one person this year. So most of these recipes should be between 2 to 4 servings, depending on how big your servings are. But I think all of this you can pretty much scale up to size. And I have a lot of items here that I use quite regularly in cooking and some recipes that are old, but then I also have some recipes and new items that I'm looking to try out this year for Thanksgiving. So with all that being said, let's get into the haul.
All right, so because I am a certified RDN, registered dietitian nutritionist, I do have my biases in what I feel like are the most important foods to start with. So we're going to start with our vegetable side dishes. So first item that I want to actually show, I actually got from Trader Joe's. And you're going to see, I already opened it and started eating it because I'm cooking Thanksgiving early this year to kind of film this content. So first item I would recommend is a side salad, an easy one to whip up if you want to have a kind of nutrient dense side salad. I highly recommend this combination together. So we have this cruciferous crunch mix, which is a mixture of broccoli, slaw, and kale, and cabbage, Brussels sprouts, really, really good vegetables, really, really high in vitamin K, and a bunch of other nutrients that we all need, fiber to help us feel full. And then we have more cabbage and a little bit of shredded carrots in this organic coleslaw kit. And it's a sweeter coleslaw, but it's a lighter, I would say, dressing. In order to help with kind of keeping it on the healthier side and make it more of a lightly dressed salad, like to just mix these two together. And I feel like you still don't lose that much flavor. And you can add other toppings as well, like avocado in there if you do want a little bit more richness. but don't need the extra salt and sugar that's in the packaged dressing. And so, highly recommend.
Though I will say, if you are new to this method, you can start off slow and ease your way into it by just maybe adding half of the cruciferous mix to the full bag and kind of see. Because I know it is an acquired taste to go from using a lot of dressing to going lighter on the dressing, but it's worth the health benefits.
Even if you're looking for a pre-Thanksgiving meal, having this earlier in the day as a salad before you have your later Thanksgiving dinner would be a great way to kind of balance out the nutrients of the day. So yeah, gonna recommend. Next item of vegetables that I got, it's going to be some Trader Joe's organic brown mushrooms and Brussels sprouts. And we're gonna be making a roasted mushroom and Brussels sprouts side dish. I just feel like Brussels sprouts are like a classic Thanksgiving vegetable. So we'll have to do something with these, and I'm going to upload some of the recipes that I create out of these items on YouTube Shorts, so you can look out for that later this week. Oh, I also want to mention we have red onion for a pop of color. So all of these things go together. And all of these items were purchased at Trader Joe's. The organic mushrooms, the organic Brussels sprouts, and the organic red onion. I will say, if you were gonna focus on trying to save money and budgeting, you don't have to buy every item that you want to eat as organic, but mushrooms are something I would highly recommend as buying organic because they are basically sponges of the earth and sponges of anything that is used to grow them. So in order to max out on the nutrients that you're getting from these and reduce the amount of chemicals you might be absorbing, going with the mushrooms that are organic is probably a better bet than normal. But everything else, it's up to you and your budget. Alrighty. So the next vegetable dish that I'm going to show is actually kind of a sneaky one because it's gonna be a secret vegetable smuggle. So here we have some Trader Joe's riced cauliflower, and this I combine with a bunch of different herbs. So I'll show you. Here I have thyme and I have oregano. You can purchase both at Trader Joe's if you would like. I purchased one at Whole Foods and one at Trader Joe's because I try to shop at multiple different stores and get the best sale price that I can get. Another way to save money, especially if you're a gluten-free person, it gets very expensive. So, combination of herbs, riced cauliflower, potatoes, and this turkey bone broth that I got from Trader Joe's. This will be a secret recipe for mashed potatoes. And we'll look up for that coming later this week. But this turkey bone broth is a new one for me. I've yet to try this out. I think it's a special Thanksgiving Trader Joe's release. So we will see what the flavor profile is like. We can't have mashed potatoes without butter, so I have this Kerrygold butter. I like to just get any butter that's made with pure cream, if I can. That's a preference. And for nutrition-wise, I think it's a good option too if you can get it. So, all right, more vegetables that we have. So, from Whole Foods, I got a couple different things. First thing I'm going to show you is this beet. It's a really, really huge beet. I got a sweet potato, a purple sweet potato, a pumpkin, and this is too many things, so I'm going to put some of them down. An orange sweet potato, and plantains. So what I traditionally will do with all of these items is I will make a root vegetable roast. So that'll be very, very high in several different vitamins like vitamin A, and also super flavorful and super delicious. So you will see how I put these things together in a future video. The last vegetable-based dish I will show you some items that I got for it is the classic green bean casserole. And this, I'm going to have to be honest, you could make it with fresh green beans, but I like the canned taste. I like the sodium added canned taste. So it's only once a year. We win some, we lose some. If I was gonna make this on a regular basis, I'd probably go with a lower sodium green bean or even a fresh green bean that's roasted. But because this is how I grew up, I keep the magic in. And so I'm gonna make a baby green bean casserole. I got 2 cans of regular cut green beans. And then green bean casserole is not complete without the cream of mushroom soup. So a lot of people traditionally use the Campbell's cream of mushroom soup, but that doesn't come in a gluten-free version, sadly. So it has wheat flour to make it thick. And I actually just recently found out that Progresso's cream of mushroom soup does not have wheat flour in it and is gluten-free. So we're going to try this out and see if it's a good substitute. And I also, if it doesn't thicken quite the same consistency as the traditional cream of mushroom soup, we have cornstarch to add as a thickener. So we will see how that goes. Another part of having green bean casserole is French fried onions. Boom. So I actually got this specific can of French fried onions from a grocery store called Sprouts. I don't know if they have it on the East Coast, but I'm on the West Coast of the United States and they have it. I believe, yeah, Sprouts is where I got this from. In the past, I've seen other places carry French fried onions that are made with different flour other than wheat flour. Like in the past, Kroger used to have a brand that was made with, I think, buckwheat flour, which is gluten-free. And this is what this Sprouts brand is made of. It's made from buckwheat flour. But I didn't find it this year at any Kroger, Ralph's that I went to. I couldn't find the gluten-free version, so I don't know if it's still in stock. Maybe check online or on Amazon to see if there's any options. But there are options out there for gluten-free French fried onions if you check your specialty grocers. So again, this is more of a treat than anything else, because of, salt. But actually, if you look at the macronutrients, it's really not that bad. Good topping. Okay, moving on to some other sides. I don't think Thanksgiving is complete without cornbread. So I have this gluten-free cornbread mix. I believe this is Kroger branded. And I've had it in previous years. I found it last year for the first time. Super, super good. You need to add milk and eggs to make this, and oil, I believe. So to go along with that, I got some almond milk from Trader Joe's. And then I just have a couple of eggs, just 6, the smallest pack that I could get. Additionally, to go with the cornbread, I love a good cranberry sauce. So I got this brand, Trader Joe's cranberry sauce, fresh cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce, I will say, does have a lot of sugar, but it's Thanksgiving. It's once a year, so we live life. I have yet to try this before, so we will see in a taste test video that I might do at the end of all of this how this really tastes. But yeah, definitely comment down below this video if you want to see a full-length taste testing video versus like a short form taste testing video where I just quickly go through stuff. Another new find that I'm trying this year is this gluten-free stuffing mix from Trader Joe's. And I am really curious to see how it's going to turn out. It does require for you to add butter to it. I'm also gonna add this diced onion, celery mix that I got from the local Kroger store. And it also contains some rosemary and sage. So I think that'll be really, really nice in the stuffing since the box stuffing doesn't come with all of the fresh ingredients. So we'll try these out as well and see how they taste. Alrighty, more things. Let's move on to, I think that's all the sides. All right, so I have a confession to make. I'm really not a fan of turkey. Like, I'm really not a turkey person. I definitely feel like it's a lot of effort to make a big old turkey, and I just don't have the patience. So I'm gonna make something that is a classic. I got a whole chicken from Trader Joe's, a whole organic chicken, and we're gonna make it different than the traditional recipe that you would think to make on Thanksgiving. Probably Mediterranean inspired. So look out for that. I'll share the marinade and the process in another video. But in order to be prepared to follow the marinade process, you're gonna need a couple of spices that are somewhat, I'm not gonna say challenging. They might be a little bit challenging to find, but a lot of local grocery stores have expanded their spice sections and carry a lot of them. So the first spice that I would recommend you keep on hand for cooking, and I think I'm just gonna go through all of the spices that you're gonna need for everything. First one, I cannot pronounce this, but it's Ras El Hanout, I believe is how it's pronounced. This is a Mediterranean spice, really good. Turmeric, a whole bunch of other things. So if you can find it, I'll hold it up close to the camera. And I specifically like this brand, Rumi. This is the only brand I've tried for this particular seasoning, but I know there's other brands that make it as well, including this New York Shuck brand makes the same spice. But here I have sumac. This is going to be another ingredient for the marinade. Then we also have za'atar. Also prefer it from this company. Parsley, because parsley is good in everything. I mentioned it before, but thyme and oregano will be really good. Crushed red pepper for a little heat. Oldie but a goodie. If you can get your hands on this, I highly recommend, but it's everything but the leftover seasoning from Trader Joe's. It's like a hybrid between a bouillon and I almost want to say it smells like a top ramen packet. Super savory, super good. Good kind of combination spice to have on hand. We also have some cardamom for our chicken marinade. Coriander. We have paprika. And we have onion powder. You can use garlic powder as well, but I'm very sensitive to garlic, including garlic powder, so I avoid it where I can. But if you like garlic, highly recommend adding garlic to some of these recipes. I just can't do it anymore. So, other things. I'm going to move on to, I think, desserts next. Oh, before I do that, I have 2 more things I want to talk about. Olive oil will be necessary for the marinade. So, or whatever oil you have on hand, really. Avocado oil, whatever you have that's a neutral oil will work. And then starting into the desserts. Before I start with the desserts, you're gonna need a lot of lemon and a lot of limes for the marinade. I have 2 of each with me for this small chicken. I believe the chicken is only 5 pounds. So I like a lot of seasoning, if you can't tell. It helps to make the food really pop. But yeah, dessert time. I got my first dessert spice, and this is kind of the spice I'm gonna use for all of my desserts really. But it's pumpkin pie spice by Trader Joe's. Another classic to pick up whenever if the fall season comes around. These are the 2 things I buy in bulk to last me the rest of the year. So I will be going back to get at least 1 more can of each of these things. They just help throughout the year with different dishes I like to make. Another thing that I got from Trader Joe's was some organic vanilla extract, and this will be from the desserts we're making too. Then we have these gluten-free rolled oats from Trader Joe's. And basically, most of our desserts will be made using this. So, I have some pecan pieces from Trader Joe's as well. I have some pumpkin seeds. I couldn't find these at the Trader Joe's that I went to, so I ended up getting these from, I believe it was Whole Foods. Either Whole Foods or Kroger. But yeah, you can find them at either store. And I got the salted and roasted only because I hate eating the plain ones when I don't use them all for the recipe. So salted and roasted is ideal for me. And then other things I got from Trader Joe's. I got these organic wild blueberries, a can of organic pumpkin. We got apples. I'm in my Cosmic Crisp season, but you can use any kind of tart, sweet apples that you like. Or you can even use pears if you have a lot of pears on hand for one of the desserts. And the last item I have for the entire haul, actually, is this 1-to-1 gluten-free baking flour. And this is really, really helpful if you are making any kind of Thanksgiving dish because it can be added as a thickener to sauces. It can be added as a binder if you want to bake anything from scratch. And all of the desserts will use either this, or I might discuss some other substitutes you might want to use if you don't like using the 1-to-1 flour. But yeah, I think that's it. Oh, no, I have one last thing. I saw this at Trader Joe's, and it's a turkey flavored gravy, and it's gluten-free. It's a new find for me, so another thing that I might try out in a separate video and do a taste test of. But yeah, I think that's everything that we will be using to make our mini Thanksgiving dinner for 4. So I hope that you tune in for the rest of the series. Thank you so much for watching this video thus far. And yeah, go shopping now. But before that, I just wanted to show you some of our ingredients for our bonus recipes
that are going to be shown this week. So I'm showing you Tuscan kale. I got some bacon, some sweet Italian sausage, an onion, some coconut milk, bay leaf, some ground sage leaf, Dijon mustard, seasoned salt, ginger root, organic honey, and wild Pacific salmon. These ingredients are going to be used to make some dishes that are not traditionally included in Thanksgiving, but that I thought would be a cool twist, using some classic Thanksgiving recipes as an inspiration. So, bye for now. Thank you for watching.
Adios.